Hi, I'm Lisa Ann, and you're watching the Two White Guys podcast.
And I was like, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. No more. Hey, I'm Jason.
I'm Josh.
And you're watching and listening to the Two White Guys podcast and our very, 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 very special guest, Lisa Ann. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
I'm gonna start off. I'm just gonna
Just jump
I'm gonna
into
get
it.
right into real talk.
Love it.
I am absolutely starstruck.
I would like to ask you how close we are. How many times have we been together? Are you a repeat offender? Is it years?
It's been the love affair has been going on quite a long time.
This is great for me right now. I'm actually gonna take a photo of this while we're doing this.
Yeah, I mean, it's just anytime I don't know where to go, I always end up in Lisa Ann territory.
It's a safe place.
It is.
You know?
It's a safe place. I always get quality, and I'm never disappointed. And the love affair just goes on and on and on.
Well, you know, it's been a long time. I've been in the business 20 years. So some guys will say to me, you know, it's been like 10, 15 years. I'm like, wow, we're really close. Like, you know, kind of everything about me. This is great.
When you say that to somebody, are they just like, oh my God?
I like to say it to random people when they don't expect it. But when you get recognized as a porn star, it's different because there's something that happens in the guy's face that is different than like just seeing like a basketball player. There's something of pleasure that comes over the eyes. Like I represent that many times of pleasure. So I like to like walk up to a random guy at the airport and be like, so how long have we been together? And they just like...
And
humming.
Yeah, and then every time they masturbated is like running through their head, like, oh God, thousands at this point.
It's
thousands.
fantastic, right?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen to me. I'm sure it must be fantastic.
Would you say, Lisa? I mean, you're very prolific on the internet, but would you say, like right now in like the 2012, like would you say you're at the height of your popularity? Because I feel like you're very prominent on the internet, and I'm judging by the internet, but you would know better since you've been in the business for so long. Would you say like now is like you're really like
It's hard to say that about yourself.
Yeah.
But what I do notice is I get recognized more in regular situations. So that's what's made me think, oh, wow, I guess this is more than I think. I mean, I don't search the numbers. I know that the MILF genre is so huge right now. And I've kind of been the pace car for that, what I call the MILF revolution.
Yeah.
You know, when this all really kicked in. So it's cool to think that I'm super popular right now. It's definitely like awesome.
How long have you been a MILF? As far as like internet standards go.
Yeah.
My first MILF scene was shot in 2005.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So
I,
your
you know,
experience.
yeah, I mean, it's funny because when I was 20 getting into the business, we all wondered like where the older porno girls go. Like we were like, so where do the porno girls go? And they're like 35. There was no MILF genre yet. So this
I
has
tell you where
helped
they
a
go.
lot.
They go to Lisa's house and they do MILF stuff.
Yeah, or they have pillow fights.
I feel like the MILF genre starts earlier though. Like
Yeah.
it starts at like maybe like 20, possibly 26 or 27.
Some, you know, there's the young girl stuff, and then there's MILF, which is huge. So I see a lot of girls that are only like 25, 26, and they're already on the MILF box cover. And I know they're like, I don't want to be on the MILF box cover just yet, but it's just where they're getting put.
Yeah.
You know? It's exciting for me because I have a lot sexier of fans than I've ever had because the younger, you know, guys, like it's no longer like the 70-year-old serial killer who's like in love with me. He likes the young girl.
Yeah.
So
Sure,
I've
so
outgrown
you're-
him. So I'm
you're
super happy
safe.
about that.
Yeah, these
because I
guys-
lived through that era.
It's very, very sane looking guys like me.
Yeah. And young, hot, amazing guys like both of you.
Oh, stop it!
Stop. No, keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
So what like I always ask this, like what were you doing before you got into the industry and what got you into it?
I was dancing already. I started
Okay.
dancing. I was on my own really young at 16, so I started dancing with fake ID. And once I got legit, I was able to go work at a really good club. And that club was in Reading, Pennsylvania. So you're familiar with the Northeast. It was Al's Diamond Cabaret, and Al had different porn stars coming in every week. So I was dancing, and I was like, this is cool. You know, these girls are out there shooting films, they're living in LA, they're traveling all over the world. They were making crazy money back then because there was only about 10 really well-known porn stars back then, and then it was the beginning of them doing personal appearances. So it was just amazing, and I just started asking them little questions and kind of like interviewing them every weekend, like, well, what should I do and how should I do this? And I had to get photos done, And of course, this is pre-internet. So I wrote by mail to all the companies out here in the business and kind of kept that going for about 6 months to a year, and then set up some meetings. And then I bought a one-way ticket. It was my first flight I'd ever taken in my life.
Oh, man.
This has got to be a movie.
Yeah.
Right? This has got to be
I'm writing a book right now.
Are you
It's
really?
been
You
really
should.
fun.
I would read the shit
Option
out of it.
it
I would
into a
read the
movie.
shit out of it.
Yeah.
It's been really fun
Yeah.
to get to know. I've been looking back at my journals. I saved some really great stuff. And just looking back on it, it's just been my life. So it doesn't seem that extraordinary because it's just been my life, right? But from an outsider
But for everybody
looking
else,
in, yeah,
no,
they're like,
that's
this is pretty
fascinating.
neat. Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, and have you been keeping journals since back then?
Yes.
Oh my God! Like I would actually be interested to watch like a documentary style thing, and just like from the journal entries.
Yeah.
I think that's like really
It'd be so
interesting.
great.
Like your journey
So
to where you are
funny
now.
what was important to you when you're young as to what matters as you get a little bit older and you just realize different things.
Well, it's because we've had adult stars on here before, but most of them have seemed to have started like I started a year ago, I started 2 years ago, so their perspective, I mean, and your perspective are vastly different. Pardon me, especially with the internet. I mean, that changes everything.
Think about, I've been in all generations.
Yeah.
We first shot on film,
Yeah.
and so everything was VHS, which VHS were nightmares to carry on the road because you'd pack them in your suitcases.
What was the name of your first movie? What was the name of your first movie?
Flesh for Fantasy. I was in a
Yep.
little princess outfit. I remember we shot at a castle house in Hollywood, and I walked out in the backyard, and there was the Hollywood sign, like right there. And I was so young and impressionable, and I was like, this is amazing. Look at the Hollywood sign. Like, I mean, to everyone out here, it's not a big deal, but
Then the director yelled action.
yeah. My first scene, the guy I worked with smacked me across my face during the scene. I had never had anything like that happen
Yeah.
to me before. I was like,
Jeez.
what did I do?
Yeah.
Like I didn't get it at all. Never worked with him again.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I guess he goes on my no list because I was starting to learn how all this worked, But so going from VHS, then DVD, and I'm like, wow, DVD's awesome. You can pack so many on the road and the cases don't dent. Sometimes the VHS would go through the X-ray machine at the airport and get messed up.
Get erased.
Yeah. And you'd sell them all and they'd bring them all back to you, which is
Yeah.
a nightmare. And then here comes the internet. And I was like, well, life's going to change forever.
Yeah, I mean the exposure and the immediacy, like the how immediate it could be to watch it. But do you still I always wonder because places like Amazon and like stores like Borders and stuff closing or whatever, Barnes and Noble, is there still a huge market for magazines and DVDs, like something more traditional?
Sadly, magazines have really fallen aside.
Yeah.
Remember magazines used to be big.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
sure
remember
do.
going to those stands outside here and the guys would actually let you look through them. They weren't wrapped in plastic
Yeah.
yet. So you could check where all of our layouts were because you never knew when they were coming out. And it was so exciting to be at the newsstand finding your own stuff. But magazines have gone a bit. There's still a big DVD audience, bigger than what people think. There's still that generation of people who don't trust the internet. There's also people who have families and have a shared computer. There's also, there's a
makes
lot
sense.
of different scenarios why people would buy DVDs. But definitely the internet is taking over everything. For us, we're more well known than ever. So if you're willing to do personal appearances, more people know who you are. Like when I go to a club now, I pack the club. It's so exciting because everybody's making money and the waitresses are busy and the club owners, everybody's like so excited. I'm like, yeah, the internet's pretty powerful, like everyone's here. This is great.
Well, it's great that you actually care, like that the waitresses are making money or the people who work the door are making money, that everyone's happy and everyone's
It's
making
so
money.
fun.
And it's not just you, and that's pretty refreshing to hear.
It's so fun to go into a little city and tear it up. Be like, we're going to Huntsville, Alabama. When I get in the car, if it's a new club, I go, don't worry, we're killing it this weekend. We're killing it. Just put it out there. We're killing it. Say it. And they're always like, okay, we're killing it. They're like, we've been kind of slow, and this. I'm like, and then I get there and there's a line outside. It's just that's so powerful to bring in income city by city. I mean, I try to do between 40 and 45 weekends a year.
I see your
feature
tweets,
dancing.
and you're always you're
Yeah.
like appearing live, and it's got to be so like I know back in the day for me, if I think I met Jenna Jameson when I was living in San Diego, and I stood online at the Hustler store to meet her, and I was a huge fan, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And so and that was like a few years ago, and now it's like it happens a little probably more frequently,
Yeah.
and you at least could know about it a little easier. Like there was no Twitter when Jenna Jameson was
Oh, like
out.
when
Yeah.
the guys take a picture with you, they instantly tweet it. So every picture you want to be a good picture. So I'm
Yeah.
like, let me check the photo on your phone, and then they tweet it in 5 minutes or they make it their avatar on Twitter. It's everywhere.
Well, I love the fact also that it's not just like you're not doing necessarily personal appearances at stores or whatever, which you might be.
I do some.
But also like you're just going to a club and you're blowing them up.
Yeah.
So it's like people don't have to wait in line. They can just like go get a drink.
Yeah.
And then you're hanging out.
And if I go out, I know it's game on. So if I go out, I'm prepared to take pictures because that's part of being out, right?
Sure.
So it's like cool. You see a young group of guys and they're kind of looking over you, and I'm just like, let's just get it done because then they'll just stare, which scares my friends a lot. So I'll have the security guy take me over and I'll be like, yo, you guys having a good time? Let's do some pictures. And it blows their mind because they're like, that's the sign of a good night ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When the porn star walks over to you, does some photos.
You feel good. You want to spend money on booze, or you want to have a good time and good spirits.
I do it at the airport a lot. I'll see like guys together on a group and they're playing. You can tell they're like, it's guys' trip. Maybe they're a little older and they're married and they're sitting at the table having pizza and talking about all the things they're going to do. And I'll say to my assistant, she'll be like, they're looking over. And I'll be like, all right, I'm going to go sit by them. And I'll just sit down and be like, so where are you guys headed this trip?
Yeah.
And they're all like,
And they're like, right. It's like, oh my God, Lisa Ann. I'm like, yeah, I think this is a sign of a good trip for you guys. This is going to be an epic weekend. Where do you guys have planned? And so it's fun for me.
Yeah.
I get to it's very entertaining.
You're a game changer.
A game changer, like Palin's movie.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Yeah.
Game changer Palin was a game changer for me. We always say that.
Yeah. What was it? What was it called?
Nailin' Palin.
Nailin' Palin. My girlfriend was actually like, "Oh, like Nailin' Palin." Like she knew about that
I
more.
brought you each a Nailin' Palin too.
You did?
I did. In the gift bag out there, there's T-shirts and DVDs for you all.
should somebody bring that in?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Can we-
It's
Hey,
red bag.
John, can you bring in
Can you bring-
our gift bags?
Come on,
Or
John.
the
See
gift
the
bags?
red bag.
Oh man, I'm excited right now.
I am so excited.
I
You
didn't know
are so
sizes, so I just did a small, medium, large. Whatever you guys like, I'll send you more of. Okay?
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh God, thank you, John.
Thank you so much.
Look
I
at
like
this.
to come bearing gifts.
All right,
It's-
here.
Thanks, John.
I want to.
Porn is like currency, so you know.
No.
You can get your car washed with porn. You can get your car valeted. You can get a lot
You
of
can
things
get
done
TVs
with porn.
with
Oh,
porn.
stick your hand in.
Stick your hand in.
Should we do it together?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
should-
yeah.
Oh
So
man,
exciting.
this is great.
I'm gonna grab a t-shirt. I'll
All right,
grab a t-shirt.
I'll
You
grab a
grab
DVD.
I'll hold the bag.
All right, here we go. You got it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Oh man,
This is so
is
Now
awesome.
you're gonna hold this up
gonna hold-
carefully.
I'm
'cause
gonna-
you don't wanna-
here. give
Oh,
me-
right. Okay.
Be careful
Well-
with
Oh,
the
we have a
shirt.
couple different ones.
They're all the same, but we don't want to show them. 'cause
Oh,
there's a
sure.
little bit of,
Sure.
let's
Don't.
We're gonna cover.
We're gonna cover
Okay.
we're gonna cover. There's boobs on boobs.
Boobs on boobs on boobs.
Boobs.
Um,
This is so awesome.
Yeah, who's Nailin' Palin?
It's two, because the first one was so riveting, we had to carry it on.
It
Of
has
course.
it has to be a sequel.
People want to know what
Who's
Palin's
Nailin'
up-
Palin?
Exactly.
And believe me, it's a big expression from guys I'm with. They're like, I'm Nailin' Palin. Like, they love to say it during the action of us having sex, my civilian guys. I'm
you-
Nailin' Palin right now. And I'm like, yeah, you are.
I would assume you get to choose who's Nailin' Palin.
I do choose who's
Yeah,
Nailin'
yeah.
Palin.
Maybe we can sign one and we can do a giveaway or something like
We
that.
can if
on
you
the-
guys want to give away your stash.
I don't
mean,
want to give.
I'll send you more. I
will?
love where your heart is at,
Yeah.
that you want to do something for your viewers.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to
absolutely.
I love that, but think of yourselves too.
Yeah.
What about?
I can send you a little swag box, and
There's-
I'll sign some. We'll do giveaway.
Okay, guys, we're gonna sign one of. Lisa's gonna sign. We're not gonna. Are we gonna sign one?
We'll all sign it together.
We'll all sign it
Sure,
together.
yeah.
You'll have a two white guys, and please be over 18.
Please.
To be eligible, you have to be over 18. But Lisa's gonna sign it, and we'll sign one of the DVDs.
Yeah.
And then I'll leave a comment in below and say why you should have this DVD over other people.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
make it a good, give us something good.
Where's the best place you'd be Nailin' Palin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And Lisa, we'll be seeing the comments. And best one
The
gets it.
18 box. Do you think anybody under 18 clicks the box that says that they're 18? It always makes me wonder.
Probably
You think
not.
there's some really honest kid who's like, oh, I'm only 17.
And a half.
Yeah,
I
I
can't.
gotta wait 6 more months till I can click that box.
Yeah.
I just have to know who's Nailin' Palin.